him.
We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights. Watch this. And a mind.
Hey,
Yeah.
hi. I'm Tuli.
We back.
Guys, it's another Thursday, and we have made it.
Listen.
So glad.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Bueno. You want to say it? Go ahead.
Looking out of the window, watching the asphalt grow, thinking about all those crazy times. Good time, yeah. Keeping your head in the water, making a way, kicking cans, temporary laid off. Good time. It's a credit report. Good time, crashing and surviving. Good time. Good time. And
Okay,
we lucky we got.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Come on. Yeah. Y'all like that shit like that.
I like that.
I know you do. You
I
want to
know.
play last night?
Okay, it's not after hours, guys.
All right.
It's
Oh, y'all starting off on
That's
red.
it.
other horses right now.
Darken up all that. It's not dark enough for all that.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody be there. I'm about to cut the moon off.
Listen.
They ain't doing like when the moon.
What in the world?
Well,
Probably said he didn't like I guess he didn't like good time. Make sure
are
you
you
try
serious?
when you get here.
Archie had a time. I didn't like Archie at the time because my dad made her watch it, so I didn't like him at then. I didn't understand. It was just kind of so out there. You know what I'm saying? But then later on, you come out, you're like, okay, you know, you kind of understand it. I
Yeah.
mean, you have to watch it so you kind of understand sometimes where the madness come from. People don't know that. A lot of madness going on with these shows. So, you know, you got to get out here and let people know what it is. People know what they got to do. Tell them people to stop texting me. Goodness. I don't know.
Right? I felt the same way.
I don't know. Somebody texting him?
I guess so, maybe.
Sandra.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Welcome, everybody. The two mics and a mind. Let me tell you something. This right here is an awesome show. We about to have an awesome time.
Like always.
I want y'all to know, because a lot of people want to know, that I am doing good. I am feeling good. I am looking good. What more can I say? Oh, yeah.
If all you're going to do is tell lies, you need to stop talking now.
Do y'all have y'all drink for later on?
No, ma'am. I waited for the show because I wanted.
It's 9:30. That's right. Last call. 9:30 is going down. Everybody get your glasses.
I'll be peeing on myself to get this thing. They get this party started. I got to get it.
Fully get your drink on.
It's not going down at 9:30. I'm gonna have to go upstairs and do mine. Tony, never mind.
That's why I'm telling y'all it's 9:30. That way I give y'all time to get situated.
How you gonna tell us what time we're gonna do it, Joker?
This preacher on your drink.
They need to know what time is going down.
I don't know.
It's
not going no.
Get your cameras on. 9:30 is going down.
9 o'clock. We're not studying him. I gotta get in. 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
My woman always used to say that. Studying him. How do you spell that word? Is that a real word?
What? What are you talking about? What's going on?
Is it STUT? Is that the word, Tuli?
That's it. Don't add. That's you. I ain't stunning you.
Yeah, studying. Have you ever heard that word, Dr. Joe?
That's right. It's like think about it. When you study, you pay attention. That's like saying, I'm not paying attention to you. I'm not studying you.
No. You saying study. They don't say study. They say stut. S-T-U-T. I ain't stut you.
I ain't studying you.
Nobody
I'm not.
ain't studying. People say I'm
It-
not
Yeah,
studying.
it ain't no study. You say they're supposed to be saying the word study?
That's the same meaning. It may not be pronounced right, but I'm not studying you.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
paying
study-
any attention. Bitch. I'm not paying any attention to you.
Not paying attention to you. I ain't studying you. Thank you, but you wouldn't know.
Okay, so that's the word they were trying to say study. But they got them southern accent, they come out as stud.
Ain't nobody got you. Nobody worse than you. You don't talk about no accent.
Yeah, no, I have a
tell.
New York. Yeah, I actually lived in New York for 6 weeks, and I end up with this accent. This is a New York accent.
You do not have a New York accent at all.
Son,
You are sick of your
Put your
head.
head for trying to find.
He literally was in New York for
claim.
3 weeks and he thinks he's already a New Yorker. Not at all.
hey. How long you got to live somewhere in order to be repping there?
Long enough.
More than 15
You
years,
gotta-
probably.
Okay.
They know where everything at. You can't say from that you don't know what nothing at. You don't know what nothing at up there. So
Oh, yeah, I know where it's all at.
All he knows, preacher, is the train
Here.
and the rats
nothing.
in New York.
Oh, he
I
don't
lived
know.
in New York for 6 weeks.
Okay.
Come
I
on,
done rep New York all the way
stop.
down. I done went to all the boroughs.
He ain't been on no bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I done been to all the boroughs. I
Oh,
done
they
seen more stuff in New York than people who live there.
Stop it.
Nobody.
Oh, yeah.
Only thing is, there's nobody he can find that agree with that.
He is
I'm gonna
so
tell you one thing about New York City. People there is broke, but they got the most money broke. You gotta spend a lot of money just to be broke up there. I'm like, wow, how y'all spend all this money to be broke?
I mean, no matter how much money you make, you're still broke in New York. It's so expensive.
That's the point. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I like New York. What you like about it?
I like to go see New York one day.
That's because you can't afford no car.
I would never live
up there in New York. It's a premium to have a washer and dryer in your apartment. Oh, that's a premium.
Mm-hmm. You're not lying.
And central air. Oh my goodness. Why do you spend all this money and the superintendent ain't turn the heater on? So I'm up here cold, wait for them to turn the heat on because the man I say, what?
Shalom, everyone. Shalom, Womanati. I'm glad to see you here.
Oh, he back here live. What's going on, bitch?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, Womanati. Good to see you, buddy.
He got to show he was down. I ain't know what happened. My little nine said, man, what he was not seeing him up there. Something had. I'm like, they must have had him down bad.
Yeah, he says, almost feel like me again. Oh, praise him.
That's all right.
Yeah. So have you tried to drink? Have you been able to drink the drink? You haven't tried it yet.
Womanati, preacher says, have you been able to have your drink, the cayenne pepper drink?
I'm trying to think it out right now.
The fluid's going around.
The fluid's tearing. He said, tearing me up. I didn't have all the. Okay. Yeah, we get a chance. Try it out and see what you think. That help out too. Now, I tell y'all what
It's
today.
great.
But I don't went so much today, but I got a septic tank. That thing probably at the top now. Boy, I was losing. That thing, listen. I don't go like that. Like, I mean, I'm normal, but like every couple of days it'll get to me. It's like, hey man, let's get rid of some weight. I had to go to the doctor. I had to go do my test today. They had to renew my blood pressure pills. I had to go now every 3 months. Every month trying to work. So, I'm ready to take you out, get y'all. I said, this stuff. I said, that stuff don't work. Okay. I said, I do my own stuff. I told her everything. I told her, she like, that's old wives' tale. I said, okay. So why tell me they're working? I said, listen, your pills don't work. Okay. I said, I take a tip. I don't even take a whole cup. I take probably about, be honest, I probably take about 6 ounces, maybe that much. I mean, it holds me all day. Keep my blood pressure down, keep me normal. So I checked a little while ago. It was like 120/80. It was like hitting the sevens on the bottom, maybe 118. I told her, she like, we can. So now they gave me a blood pressure cup that it actually reads and it sends it back to them. I don't like that whatsoever. She told me, don't let nobody else use. I might hook it up to an elephant. Let that thing kick up to like 400 and something over something just to see how they act. You shouldn't be there until I feel great. She was like, you need to get here quick. She probably said the ambulance. Because you know the new blood pressure cup, it registered to them. They told me, don't let anybody else use it. I'm like, oh yeah. I can see people come to my house just sticking the blood pressure cup on. There's no one that come use the blood pressure cup, doc. But everything I told her, she didn't want to believe it. She didn't know. I told her I could help out. Now she had another doctor in training. I told her about some stuff. She waited. She was like, you got a phone number? Let me get your phone. I said, listen, lady, I can help you.
She waited for her doctor to come out.
She said, diabetes. I said, type 1 and type 2. She said, yeah, she heard it. She heard it back. She said, listen, she said, I need to get your number. I said, listen, this stuff don't work. I said, this stuff don't work. I have to just get it for insurance purposes. It don't work. I'm like, it don't work. I said, I had to tell this lady, she didn't listen, my poor doctor. She's what they call African-American, so-called black. I'm trying to tell her something. I'm like, man, they don't listen. You trying to tell them? I said, listen, blood pressure pills weren't made for black people, okay? She told me, them old wives tell. I said, okay, I can't talk to you. I had to do it before. I had a doctor, Tula tell I've been in business with another doctor. I had this doctor, we were doing business together. And the guy was brilliant. And I tried to tell these ladies, his nurses, they were drawing some blood from me to do this procedure he did for me. And actually fixed my knee. I run, I squat. You don't see me squat. I can squat, run, whatever. I mean, I don't have no issue. He fixed it for me. I had him take care of people in the NFL. He done it. I mean, he's good. So I'm telling them about it, right? I said, listen. I said, I don't like taking them. I said, they're not good for black men. I said, they actually are not designed for people of color. They laugh. Where you get that from? I said, I didn't lie. I said, listen, blood pressure pills not made for black people, okay? For black men. She's like, they called the doctor. Come on, listen to this. This is what he said. I said, I told him blood pressure pills weren't made for black people. I said, for black men. I said, they don't have the same effect they do for white people. He said, he's right. They said, what it said, black adults aren't getting right medication for trickiest cases of high blood. They're not. Listen, it ain't a race thing more than they don't realize. You could think because we all human that we can all take the same thing, and that's not true.
That's not true.
It's just certain things that's not made for. Yeah, it's just not made for us, And people don't realize that you run, grab everything. You have to do your research. And I should let her have, because I know right now they sold her on, that Hippocratic oath and that science they got. They don't realize just be practical. If traditional modern medicine work, does it make sense to have all these other medications? Makes zero sense, does it?
Right.
But it just shows you that people they don't realize Asian medicine is better, holistic medicine is better. As far as the practice, homeopathic, I've done homeopathic, holistic, Asian medicine. I mean, I've done a lot of the different. I had an opportunity to do, different. I've done it, and I'm being with you. Asian going to be more superior. Homeopathic is really good. Homeopathic, holistic is good. It's good by being with you. Homeopathic is going to beat it, and then Asian medicine going to knock both of them out the water. Asian medicine.
If you excuse me my ignorance, preacher, the differences between the holistic and the homeo. Can you please explain the differences between those two, please?
Oh my goodness,
holistic and the homeo.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Explain exactly. Tula might be able to kind of interject in more, but I've done I try all the different practices.
Because those two always confuse me.
Yeah, homeopathic is really you have to really watch what else you make. You can't take a lot of different things when you're taking homeopathic because of how it is. It's real natural to do it too. And more of it too is with all of what people don't realize when you deal with natural health as well. If you ever think about, you guys have, y'all remember we all used to see Dr. Sean. She was great. She did a lot.
Great.
From Tula, she actually inspired Tula to, she the one influenced her to go to school to be a acupuncture Asian medicine. That's where her studies in. And she was smart. Y'all know she was really good. One of the best I've seen. I
Yeah,
said, well, she's good. I mean, I remember one time Tula and I was on the table. She reached across Tula with her hand to inject one of the pins, and she stopped. She said, she told Tula, she said, you got a spot on your breast. She said, I'm not concerned about that's a spot. She said, I could treat it. And I was on the other side of her. I just laid there. I didn't say, I was like, wow. I didn't say nothing. You know, I was like, so Tula didn't say nothing either. So Tula set up an appointment, went to the doctor. And when she went to the doctor, they did, you know, the x-rays and they found the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Chun told her, she said, I'm not worried about it. She said, I can treat it. You know, she treated it. And when she went back, they couldn't find it. So when I tell you Asian medicine is good and works, I'm talking about she didn't do no seance. She was just reaching across her to insert a pin on her right side. And when she reached across her, she stopped and she said, you have a spot on your breast. She said, it's not cancerous. She said, I'm not worried about it. She said, I could treat it. But like I said, I didn't say that because I know when you hear something like that for women in breast, you thinking,
oh, it's scary.
Yeah, so I didn't
for women in general, we have so many things. It's like, it's scary, you know, but
listen, y'all got problem from top to bottom. This is where a woman problem started at.
It's bad, but
harmonia, the brain, women, y'all start harmonium, then the brain, then the tits, then the vagina.
Because the hormones control everything in us. It's like even our character. Like sometimes we could be upset, we don't even know it's like a cyst that's in there, and it destroys us completely.
You know who don't get destroyed? Believe it or not, prostitute.
What? Wow.
You never seen no prostitute.
Why? Maybe they do, but they just don't care.
Wait a minute,
they don't have problems.
What?
They don't have problems like you don't hear. I got breast cancer. You ever seen a prostitute out there one tit?
If they prostitute, they really not take care of their body properly.
Yeah, they're probably not taking care.
But they have both the tits and they out there working.
So you think?
But
it's probably rotten on the inside, preacher.
The yearly checkup. They really need to get checked up more than a year. I would say do every 3 months. With a woman, really with the sensitivity of the breast and depending on the age, a lot of things contribute with them. The deodorant,
everything in us. The food.
Them hairsprays, those oils, it is everything. Like with us,
everything.
Y'all know I even changed the for people. I need to show if we need to get Yoshawaka Week and she can show that we also sell an all-natural detergent that people need to look at now. We were selling the bucket they're doing, but we sell all-natural detergent made out of cottonseed. The one we sell now, yes, all natural. So what people don't realize too, what was hurting us when you're washing your clothes. We didn't look at those detergents are still inside those fabrics, and we got a lot of chemicals that's a lot of time that's originate in those clothes. We don't think nothing about it. So now we put these clothes on. These clothes will stand on them for what? A day. Some people wear them 2 days. But the thing is, when you put out, freshly washed clothes, then you don't bake the stuff in. So when you put it on your body, what are we looking at? So all this could be triggering hormonal problems. So what we did. Yoshi and I, we switched over. We went with an all-natural company, all natural. Okay. You should know about if you were supporting. She's talking about okay.
I didn't know you guys had switched to all natural.
About 40 bags right now. Prove your loyalty.
They didn't give commercials about it.
40 bags.
For you saying it's 40
bags.
40 days.
40 bags. 40 bags.
40 bags, preacher. I don't even have. There's only 2 of us. I'm gonna buy one because I really. Is that what you were smelling? I was smelling in you the other day, Tuli. I was smelling like I know it was the detergent, but I didn't know which one you had used. It smells so good. I want that one. If it's not that. No, but I am going to try it because it is important to use all natural. I do try, but it's expensive. It's very hard to find. But for us women, everything.
More that I wouldn't control. More
that's what I'm writing down. I'm saying the answer this is. This does 101 loads. It already has.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all.
It might be the forever something.
You all right there, Tula?
I am. Thank you so much. Thank you for caring.
One got very soft on them. Easy handle, little twist off handles. Twist off, y'all see that, man? That's one right there. Let me see, man. It's all of they probably have 100 washes. That's a
Joe Shadika better be looking at this show tonight, because
taking notes, Yoshi. Take the notes.
And it's made for these new. What's these new? The HE for the HE washers.
Hey, y'all answer that question in the chat from Wendy J.
What's the question? Joker, what's the question?
I put it on the screen.
Yo, wire bras. Right, hold on. What time do we need to have? 9 o'clock, please. 1 minute.
It's 9 o'clock, dude.
I can't do it that fast.
Well, you're gonna have to just drink on it. We start at 9 o'clock. So if you with it, you real. Let's be real with it. Get with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
9 o'clock. Let's give them 15 minutes. Is everyone ready? Let's give them some minutes to be ready.
You got yours ready? Y'all got y'all's ready?
Yeah, but I'm sure some other people want to join us like last week.
Okay, I know. Y'all got 1 minute. Get your stuff. Come on, 2 minutes. We'll give them 2 minutes. Y'all run over the time.
Anybody want to join us? Come in and drink it with us?
What the mess y'all
doing? Yeah, everybody gonna swing by and drink. Want to take a sip?
Early, goodness.
I'm gonna get it down. If I'm gonna pee on myself, I already got in the way. Now I'm gonna pee on myself tonight. 16 ounces of water, a teaspoon of cayenne. I actually do more than that. I cover the bottom of my cup.
I'm doing 1 tablespoon now.
See, I'm probably a little over a tablespoon. I'm over a tablespoon of it.
Yeah,
so I do over, but starting out at least a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 3 tablespoons of vinegar, and then you're gonna do 16 ounces of water. Now, some people do a little of that because we want to make sure we dilute the vinegar enough. Vinegar can be very beneficial, but taking it raw like that and not enough water, you take around eating the line of the belly. So you always want to make sure you have enough water to dilute and you still get the benefits.
Okay.
You got people who are like, I just take a teaspoon, I just take a spoon, I drink mine raw. You shouldn't. You don't want to just put that kind of stuff on your stomach, start eating the lining.
I used to do it like that, but I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, and then dealing with the throw other things on it because it's strong. Even though this, the brand vinegar, please don't be taking it. Your old mama, the one she to pull on the pig feet. That ain't the one we taking.
Ew.
Not the white. That white vinegar your mama had to pull on the pig feet to cut the pork, and she a diabetic and high blood pressure.
That white vinegar works good for white clothes when you're doing laundry and towels.
Yeah, I use it to clean the house. I use it to clean my.
That's that smell you be having on you. You wear them tighty whities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be like, he smell like pickled pig feet, but now I know.
Oh, bueno. I was about to say, no, I don't.
I know that. I just know that she washed it dry.
No, I saw you talking. I
don't wash my clothes with that because that's nasty. But I do clean with that. I do.
With white vinegar.
I mix it.
If you have mildew towels, bath towels and stuff that's mildew.
I've heard, but I don't like the smell of
white vinegar in there to knock the smell out.
I'm gonna tell you what else is good to do if you have some mildew smell like towel. Throw them in the trash.
Exactly.
If y'all have bath towels, if you bathe and if you dry with that towel gonna be wet.
Now if it smell it, throw it away. What the freak?
Yeah, you need to change your towel.
Hey, this 2025, we got 200,000 people that just got laid off last week. Y'all can't afford no bath towel. All you gotta do, get some vinegar. Throw it in there with
go at your neighbor for some spoiled bath towel.
Any type of stench. Just put a little cap on it in there. Bam.
I'll send you some codes and coupons to get new towels. Don't worry, I got you.
That's one. He needs sending the buy. He going out with what show them going to buy them bell rolls at.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's what I said. Easy on the rock. I'm about to peel and split it with. All right, y'all ain't ready at 9:03. We got to get ready to start drinking.
What preacher?
How long? Where they at? Y'all need to say something. Where y'all at?
Anybody want to pull up? Anybody want to join?
Listen, man.
Anybody wants to join us in and drink?
Anybody want to call in? To the posted number on the
special drink.
I'm back. Oh yeah,
we don't do that, Tuli. Be nice now.
Okay.
Gotta take this off. I gotta take this break.
I
know
that
want to do it,
it used to be, but I'm the good old days.
I can't do it yet.
I had some people complaining about where they at. They're not coming up. What you turned it off to drink it?
No, I have to take my braces off so I can drink it.
Oh my!
Oh, you got braces that you can take off?
Yeah.
That must be a Mexican bracelet. I don't know no bracelet.
I thought them called retainers.
Same thing.
That's what you do when you get.
No, that's not
No,
retainers.
retainers ain't the
No,
same
it's
thing
not
as bracelets.
retainers. No, it's not retainers. It's not retainers.
Y'all ready?
It's bracelets. Whatever.
ready?
Totally.
One.
Wait, preacher, what? Hold on.
What you mean? Hold on. We
not ready, preacher.
One, two, yes.
Or the guest, you invited people, and then you gonna
Yeah, people are gonna come
They
in.
ain't showed up. We ain't gonna be able to do nothing with it. Ain't nobody responded. Let's come on. Let's make it happen.
Everybody
Y'all-
wants to
let's
come
do that.
in.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. They're gonna show up. They're gonna show up.
Oh my
1, 19, 20. They're not coming. Know when people not coming. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, just say wait.
wait.
All right.
When did Jay say it? Wait. When did Jay say it? Wait.
One. All right, one. Okay.
When did Jay say it? Wait. When did Jay want to join in? So when did Jay say wait?
Again, I mean, she saying wait.
Let's wait
She
on
said
and see.
wait with 3
I'm
T's.
for the people.
Man, whatever.
That's my job is to
Dude, you
speak
might
what
want to start
the
drinking
people
up. You know how slow you is.
I don't feel
Uh-oh, we just had somebody join in the back room. We got
That's
somebody join into the back room. Let her in, let her in, let her in.
We're gonna do this.
Wendy J, y'all let her in. Come
I
on.
had up there. Just stop. I had up there. Hey.
Come on, dude.
Hey, my fat man. How we doing? That's good. That's my man right now. All right, we're going to take our drink. Y'all ready?
Anybody else?
1, 2. Anybody else coming? 3. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. Got that thing. Yeah.
Done.
I have burnt.
Woo!
You know, how your chest, you got to start from the inside. I cooked all the hell my chest from the inside. Yeah. That's it. Well, we got Wendy J. You done? Don't be trying to run out and then you're going to take it to the side. Oh, yeah, somebody messed in that cup. All the pepper's still in there. Put a little water in there and quick cheese. No,
Oh my goodness. This burned my ears, preacher. Like it comes.
Yeah,
to
my ears burning.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking. That's because I'm talking about y'all. Y'all know what I'm calling y'all. You need a beer. That's it. How you feel since you took it? Wendy J, how you feeling? Oh my goodness, Tula done broke down. She done crawl up the step.
Aw, Tuli.
Tuli, come on, Tuli.
She old. She couldn't even take the elevator.
We need you, Tuli.
Tula gone. She done. I just seen her, and I know her bad. She when you out running the elevator.
Woo, my ears. Woo.
Wendy J, I appreciate the support, girl.
I did,
Hang in there. You took it. You did.
I
Yes,
do.
ma'am.
Coming in.
Appreciate it, him. Listen,
Much love. Much love.
to come back to Wendy J, we're gonna want you, if you can come back on, we want you to answer. We're gonna have some, we got 2 situations, right?
Oh,
That we're gonna be announcing.
okay.
So we're gonna want from our viewing audience.
Okay.
So y'all be able to come in on the questions. Okay. What we're gonna do, we're gonna tell y'all 2 stories.
Okay.
Dwayne and I, and you guys are judge and tell us who y'all say right or wrong. That makes good.
That makes sense.
I like that. I like those stories.
All right.
Yeah, we got some. I got one. I want to run across y'all. Wayno got one. He's gonna run. Wayno, you gonna run your story first?
Yeah, I can run mine. It's a quick 1-minute video.
Oh yeah, okay, huh?
Okay,
Tildy
so you
wants to
want
wait
me to
on
come
you.
back?
You gonna be alive? No, you can wait.
Okay.
Oh, listen. You might be 168 years old,
Ooh,
but you don't look a 12 or 170, and I love you. That's what I do. I ain't got time. You never want to kill my wife, run my wife down. I always want her uplifted.
What you had for dinner? I know she cooked something good.
She sure did. She sent me straight to the Jamaican store. Said, "You better get you something."
Balance.
Fair use. That's right. Appreciate that, Tommy. That's right. Fair use you too when we play that. My story, I'm gonna read it, but yeah, I'm trying to tell you what it is. I'm trying to
He
get rough
sent
out
you
there.
straight to the Jamaican store, preacher.
She sent me straight on up there. She like, I got a meeting. You want me to fix the counter, fix your dinner?
Oh,
That's what fix the counter.
spicy Cali.
Ooh,
Counter. I
okay.
fix the counter. I go get my dinner. Just fix the counter. Oh no, we just talking about this nasty commissioner and right that night, but you were gonna worry about it.
That video was really nice of that guy talking about her.
It was. Matter of fact, once you play that, let them just play that.
It looked like he was getting paid.
Okay, well, let's see then.
He was laying on kind of thick. He was laying on real.
Why are you
thick.
hating
he was
today?
Real thick. I say this dude getting paid at this point.
Let not to be cool.
You can play that video. Wait on. If I ordered the
I most certainly can. It takes me about 2 or 3 minutes to upload it to this platform. So just give me a few minutes, and I'll go and upload it as we speak.
Burn my whole soul.
It burn your whole soul.
Whatever bad was in there,
Right,
preacher, that drink is cleansing me everywhere.
Listen, man, that thing here, my peppers. I love mine enough. So what I do, I take it at night and the daytime. So like when I get through in the morning, when I take it, I go ahead and make my cup, and it sits all day to that night.
So, preacher, when I drink it in the morning, because I try to drink it in the morning, it burns. It makes me want to, like, I guess it's my stomach is empty. It makes me want to throw up.
I probably had to cut some of it down.
Okay.
Just cut maybe be not as spicy in the daytime because everything is tolerance level.
Okay.
I mean, I could take them on the end. Start taking my blood pressure, whatever. It don't affect me. But again, you had to find your. I tell people find your tolerance level.
Okay. At nighttime, I'm fine. I can put so much pepper.
It might be a little less pepper in the morning if you do better at night. Like I got people that say morning time is their best. They're like for them they do it morning. I have to do it after I eat. Okay. So
Danielle's the same thing. Yes. Okay. I'm not.
After I eat, or it'll make my stomach hurt. Okay.
Same here. Yeah.
Wow.
At night after I eat, but before in the morning, I don't eat anything. Just
I try not to eat anything. If I do, if I'm hungry, I just eat some raw nuts. I have some raw nuts I keep. I just throw away all the almonds. I don't eat the almonds. I heard a video on that one. They were saying almonds ain't good.
Y'all stop that. Listen, I've been eating Hershey's with almonds, Mr. Good Bars my whole life. Hershey's
Okay, how many you ate a day? How many you ate a day?
As many as I could.
No, you didn't.
Especially if it was Halloween.
What?
He had because he had on his outfit, so they gave him more can. They said, "Oh, look at that! You just naturally ugly. Here you go." Just imagine you just showing that face, no mask on. They said, "Woo, you scared me."
Now all of a sudden, people eating almonds, cashews, raisins, and now they trying to say it's bad. Y'all, come on now.
I heard almonds are bad for men, actually, in particular.
Yeah, when you heard that last week.
No, I saw it in an article actually.
See that? And really, what they were saying was too many almonds. No, they were
too many of them. Yeah, too many of them.
Exactly, that's what it is. Anything over consumed is bad.
But I can already see you, Bueno. You probably eating the almonds.
You're a junkie. Plus, a thing is, pull up that video, Junkie, so we get our question. I want to find out what he.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the compliment. You talking about the compliment video for Smitty, right?
No, this is a.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the compliment video. That I want to share this with Smitty.
Okay, let's play it. We haven't talked enough. Let's play the text when we get more. Come on here, man. All month. Stuttering around here.
You need to, we got a segue.
Segue.
Man, there you go again. Let the thing play, Joker.
Here we go.
Smith's family. Hey, look here. My name's Edwin Williams. I do live in Rockdale County, and we appreciate your mom, your wife's due diligence as a public service to Rockdale County. And if you didn't know, Rockdale County is the second smallest county in the state of Georgia out of 159 counties. But Commissioner Smith is going to be doing her due diligence. She's going to be taking care of the citizens of yourself, your family, my family, you know, looking out for the little guy, the little girl. All right, so we appreciate you. I appreciate your time. It's going to be major sacrifice. It's going to be long hours, long nights. But I believe the commissioner could probably move to the next step. State senator. State representative. Right. Maybe U.S. senator. Maybe representative. Congressional. Because the challenge is to move forward. So I thank the Smith family for your sacrifices that you are undertaking now. It is no small feat by no means, but she took this challenge, and guess what? She is our commissioner, and I say ours. So thank you.
He seems very happy.
Oh, it went that nice. Y'all give it up. Give it up for the commission. Y'all give it up for the commission. Yeah. Yeah. Great job. Great job, Commissioner.
Great job.
Did you have
She is
any
doing a great job.
words you want to give us in return to such a beautiful compliment?
Do I have any words to give y'all? I mean, that was humbling. I went to a it was a constituent services meeting for people in the county who had issues, and it came through Senator Ossoff's office. And so I said I wanted to be there because that would give me opportunity to meet my constituents and hear what their concerns are, so I would know. So I came to the meeting. It was 12:30. So I met some people, but I talked to him for a minute. I met some people, and that shared their point of view and some of their issues. So I was able to do that. So I was glad. Me along with my liaison, my constituent liaison. So they were able to meet both of us, and they had, two resources there. So yeah, it was humbling. It's very humbling to meet people who say that they voted for you, didn't know you. They took a chance on you, and it's like, oh wow, then they get to meet you, and it's like, oh wow, I'm so glad to meet you. But it is a very humbling spot that I'm in right now. It's very humbling. Especially when you go in it for the right reason and you can see that you already make a difference because you're actually talking to people and you're actually listening. It blows people's minds that you listen, that you stop long enough to hear what they have to say. Now, they don't care whether or not you're going to do it. You just listen. I got a chance to tell you what my issues are. So, but yeah, it's a lot, but I'm humbled. And I appreciate it. Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you, Commission. Y'all, one more time for the commission. One more time for the commission. All right. Now, moving on to business. Let's talk about the important stuff. The important stuff is we got a story, and I heard a dilemma, and I want to play it for y'all. And I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all recommend is the right thing to do? Once again, the question I want y'all is, what is the right thing to do? Let's take a closer look. Here we go.
This is a nightmare situation, a true IVF horror story. So this is Christina Murray, who's a 38-year-old woman in Savannah. She wanted to be a mother ever since she was a little girl. And so she went through hell for it, with her reportedly undergoing 18 months of uterine insemination to no avail, with her then trying IVF for several months, saying that she did follow-up exams, medical tests, blood tests, daily injections. Nothing worked. Until it did. They're finally getting pregnant using sperm that she selected.
Fair use, you two. Fair use.
Hair and blue eyes. With her then, in December of 2023, reportedly giving birth and saying, the first time I saw my son, like any mom, he was beautiful and literally the best thing I'd ever seen. But it was also immediately apparent that he was African American. So she says that she takes an at-home DNA test. And here's the thing. It appears that this is not a case of whoops, wrong donor. The baby is not hers, which means that someone at the fertility clinic implanted the wrong embryo inside of her body, making her carry someone else's baby to term. And so she notifies the clinic, which then notified the biological parents, who then sued for custody of the child. Thing is, though, by this point, Murray says she loves the baby and had bonded with him. She's breastfeeding him and taking him to doctor's appointments. So she hired a lawyer and fought back, but says that after a tremendous amount of money and time, they told her that she would likely lose her case. So last May, she went to a family court hearing and turned this child, whom she considers her son, over to another couple.
I walked out of the building with an empty stroller. And they left with my son.
What we do know is that she is suing the clinic, Coastal Fertility Specialists, and some of its staff for a long list of offenses.
Okay, before we start with the commentary, do me a favor and give me the definition of in vitro fertilization, so we'll know what takes place.
Who? Anybody?
Dwayne gonna look it up. We can't hear you, Wayno.
That's a good point, Tully, because if we don't know the facts, then we can't give full opinions about this.
Because I know what people are going to think, but I already know what other people know what the process is.
There it is. Somebody want to read that for us?
A technique used to assist couples with infertility by fertilizing an egg with sperm outside the body in a laboratory environment. Okay, so my next point is it, I need to know, but it doesn't say whose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead with y'all. Go ahead.
I have a question in regards to so does she specifically have a donor or her partner? It doesn't specify. I didn't hear that in the video. Did I miss it?
No, it didn't specify that because somebody should have fertilized.
Yeah, it's specified it.
Okay.
Oh, you mean explain it?
Play
it again, huh?
Yeah, let me just play it again. One moment.
Thank you so much.
This is a nightmare situation, a true IVF horror story. So this is Christina Murray, who's a 38-year-old woman in Savannah, Georgia, who says she wanted to be a mother ever since she was a little girl. And so she went through hell for it, with her reportedly undergoing 18 months of intrauterine insemination to no avail, with her then trying IVF for several months, saying that she did follow-up exams, medical tests, blood tests, daily injections. Nothing worked until it did, with her finally getting pregnant using sperm from a donor that she selected who reportedly looked like her, having dirty blonde hair and blue eyes. Then in December of 2023, reportedly giving birth and saying, the first time I saw my son, like any mom, he was beautiful and literally the best thing I'd ever seen, but it was also immediately apparent that he was African-American. So she says that she takes an at-home DNA test, and here's the thing. It appears that this is not a case of whoops, wrong donor. The baby is not hers, which means someone at the fertility clinic planted the wrong embryo inside of her body, making her carry someone else's baby to term. And so she notifies the clinic, which then notified the biological parents, who then sued for custody of the child. Thing is, though, by this point, Murray says she loves the baby and had bonded with him. She's breastfeeding him and taking him to doctor's appointments. So she hired a lawyer and fought back, but says that after a tremendous amount of money and time, they told her that she would likely lose her case. So last May, she went to a family court hearing and turned this child, whom she considers her son, over to another couple.
I walked out of the building with an empty stroller. And they left with my son.
What we do know is that she is suing the clinic, Coastal Fertility Specialists, and some of its staff for a long list of offenses.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Wendy J, you our guest tonight. You tell somebody else, y'all chime in. We want to hear y'all over here. What do you think? The black baby need to go back to the black family. The black baby belongs to the white lady. She carried it.
That's
the term. She birthed.
Come on, Wendy J.
She was there when they got. I'm just bringing. She was also there. I'm just putting some stuff out here. She was there when they got circumcised. She fed him.
Don't be.
Now I'm just putting this for all y'all because I know we already know where you at, Tula, and Dr. Joe. We watching you.
Wow.
So the question is she wrong for what?
The question is, should she have to give the baby back to the biological family, or should she keep her child?
Well, it was.
I think she should give the baby back because the baby does not belong to her. But think about the process she went through in the first place. Like, she's not doing it the natural way. So I do believe in, getting that clinic. That clinic definitely needs to be held accountable for that mistake. But and I wouldn't even call it a mistake. I don't know. But yes, I get it. The emotions, the attachment, because I know how it feels to be pregnant and grow a whole baby. You got all these feelings for somebody you've never met. And then the minute you meet them, and she said taking care of the baby and all of that. Yeah. That's where I'm torn. But really, that baby need to go back.
All right.
It was
Wendy J, is it her baby?
That is not her baby.
That's scary.
All right.
Even if it went through her for 9 months, her body.
That's not her.
Came out from her womb.
That's
came out from her womb.
It's not hers.
You would take this mother's baby.
I would not take that.
You just took up.
I won't take that mama baby, but that baby belongs to someone else.
No, the baby belongs to the mama.
Yeah, exactly. Who had it?
Let me ask you this: is she not the mama though? It came out of her.
Let me ask you a question. When you get to your question, I want to ask y'all a question.
It's very difficult. Why did I go first?
Because
you're a guest.
Yes,
because you're the strongest person. The strongest person.
We can't call you them names we ain't supposed to use on here as a guest. But the other two who gonna fight us, they finna get all them words. So let me tell you something. Let me ask y'all a question for my three ladies. All three ladies on here. Let me ask y'all something. And these are yes or no. Have y'all ever gone to the grocery store before?
Yes.
Have you ever bought meat, eggs? I don't know, bacon, just different things. Okay. Did y'all birth them?
No.
What?
Did you birth them?
No.
What?
Okay. If I walked up and I said, listen, I want to take these groceries they mine, what are you gonna say? And I'm the one that grew the stuff. Those are my animals. And I walked up and I said, listen, this is
not a good example.
I'm asking a question. Hold on for a minute.
Wait a minute, preacher.
I'm asking a question. I'm just asking
Preacher.
the answer. All right, let me ask Wayno so I can't. Wayno, are these like crazy questions?
Yeah.
No, you spot on. These women.
I'm just asking a question. What is going to be his question?
Answer his question. He asked.
What is going to be?
Okay. You know what? You know what? In the example that you are giving. Let's just say somebody ordered this food at the grocery store and already paid for it.
We answer my
and
question.
then you go, somebody goes,
It's not the same.
And somebody goes and get these groceries and pays for it too. Whose groceries are they? Like,
let me ask y'all a question. All I asked y'all was a question. I just want to hear y'all opinion.
What's the question?
I've been asking the question. Y'all want to answer the last one? I said, hey, you been to go to? Yeah, I've been to go store. Don't ask me no stupid questions. I go all the time. I said, you bought eggs, you bought meat, you bought, yeah, okay. I said, so if I walk up and I say, ma'am, those are my groceries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you going to give me those groceries?
Did I buy for it? That I've already paid for them?
Why? So you're gonna say what? That they're your groceries now? Because you paid for them?
Yep, because I bought them.
Okay, so she paid for that infertilization.
Yep. You welcome.
Them her groceries. That's what I'm saying. See, that y'all gotta be fair.
No,
infertilization. But listen, oh my goodness. I still don't feel like that's the same, but okay, I get it. I get where you're going.
Let me ask you a question. You carried the groceries. If you didn't get a bag or you carried your groceries.
That's like the cow trying to come get their thigh from us.
Will you let the cow have that?
No,
you can take it because if you still walking, you can have it. Like the strength in you.
No, because you're gonna look at it's mine. I paid for it. It's mine. Go get your own.
You can have
it. I mean,
this is different.
It's a bad situation.
Absolutely.
On both families. It's a bad situation. Nobody won. If they'd have let her keep the baby, the couple didn't win. There's no way to come out of this and both parties are going to be completely whole. It's not a situation like, okay, she gonna
unless she donated her eggs. Now, if that black woman donated her eggs and all of a sudden it's like what's that we call losing Isaiah?
Yeah, that's all. Just because
I want it back. I don't want that white one with my black baby.
If that's it, then yes, absolutely. But when it comes to just they both like we're in the ladies' baby.
This is what one of our viewers said. Come on here and say it to her face, because I know we men love that on. Where these men at on here? Why y'all guys?
That's what I'm talking about. Where y'all men? Come on now.
That's all we saying.
So I'm taking talent. So Alicia, you're saying that the baby should go to the biological parents. Is that correct?
What's my name?
I'm sorry, Wendy J.
Okay.
Look at that. Also, one of our viewers said, "You don't have no woman on their panel that didn't do IVE. Why is that? Yeah, why is that? Why y'all ain't do it?"
First of all, I don't know my portfolio.
That's tight. Somebody say you don't know their portfolio.
So I'm taking points. So we got 1 point for Wendy J. Wendy J vote. Let's go and let's see. Tuli, what's your vote? Biological family or the mama? Which one?
Exactly what I said, Golden Carol. That's my point.
Listen,
I can't hear you, Tuli. What you said?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Didn't say nothing.
Okay, we got.
Dr. Joe was talking while you were talking. I couldn't hear you. Do you mind repeating yourself?
You couldn't hear him, and wasn't nobody talking. Go ahead.
Biological.
All right, so that's 2 for biological. Dr. Joe, what say you?
I don't know. I'm in between. It's a very difficult question. I can't force myself to it.
You got the vote, girl. You can't be on the fence.
Give me some time. Like, you can't force me to do something I don't want to do.
That's it. See that? So y'all gonna force the lady to get back the baby, and she don't want to get back.
No, Richard, that's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to be forced, because I'm against her being forced.
Make sure y'all write that lady and let that lady know how y'all feeling.
Well, let me say that. On that, that's telling him
she
too.
carried that baby.
All right, let me read these comments. Take these numbers down. Chavez said, "No, I'm thinking you're on dope." Okay, that's different. She did. She didn't care about that baby. She gave him away out of spite. Right. Hold on. Who gave the baby away out of spite?
I don't know.
Hey, I don't know what show you on. That's a different show.
So it's probably more.
Same with you, Womanati.
So what is it? All right. So we saw somebody said, Brandon said he said the baby go back. Colton said, so if I paid for some groceries, but the cashier put it in the wrong cart, who's grocery? First of all, you need to shut your mouth. You got a nasty.
Richard, he has a point, though.
That's talk about no wrong buggy. That's different. Is it the wrong buggy is different?
No.
Let me say this. If some people look at it like this, if you stick it in my buggy, you shouldn't have put it over there. I mean, that's all I'm looking at. It
was a mistake. It wasn't.
But what if I have a receipt?
Well, no, listen, hey, a lot of them been dead a little mistake down at the lake.
Wow.
What?
There's a whole lot of
this is a hard situation.
Surprise.
Listen, so who else we got? So Brandon said it goes back. All right, Roy Kadai said, cause you got a woman that followed you and wanted to be a wife. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, we had to fight him another time. So
Brandon, okay.
Womanati says that he is 50-50 on it.
That's me. I'm with you, Womanati.
Yeah,
Womanati say 50-50.
I'm 50-50 on it too.
So what that mean? Y'all gave it half. Is that what y'all mean?
Black ambition.
We're torn.
It's debatable. It's very debatable. Like I don't know.
She says biological. Colden is biological.
Ooh, Stasia say biological. Okay.
Chelsea, what do you vote? Chelsea, put your vote in the chat. I want to know what you vote, Chelsea.
She in love.
Justin also said the baby got to go back.
Ooh, okay.
Justin.
Okay,
Justin said she should have to give it back. Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Justin, okay. Never would have thought that he was.
Let me ask you this right here. This is what I want to
ask. Never mind.
I'd have had to fight me for my.
I don't expect white people to keep black babies. That's all I gotta say.
What about losing Isaiah?
So, because we have a few people that's still 50-50 on the issue, what I want to do is I want to scuba analyze.
Wait, said I'm not giving nothing back.
I want to scuba analyze this a little bit, and I want to briefly share with y'all a quick little snippet of hearing the mother's talk, getting her perspective of it.
Okay.
And let's see, those who are 50-50, let's see if this helps change your mind or sway you in a different direction. Let's take a closer look. Here we go.
Christina Murray was finally living her lifelong dream of being a mother.
He was beautiful and perfect, but it was also very clear that something was wrong.
After a grueling round of IVF and 9 months of pregnancy, Murray, a white woman using a white sperm donor, gave birth in late 2023 to a baby boy with a much darker complexion.
My son's skin tone didn't match mine, but he was still my son.
What should have been a joyful first few months bonding with her son, who she loved and wanted to raise, was punctuated by constant fear and uncertainty.
I didn't know whether it was a sperm mix-up or whether he was someone else's.
Murray took a DNA test that confirmed her baby wasn't hers biologically. The clinic she'd used, Coastal Fertility Specialists, eventually determined that they'd mistakenly implanted another couple's embryo in Murray. The biological parents sued her for custody, and Murray chose to give the baby she loved up to them rather than fight.
And I walked out of the building with an empty stroller, and they left with my son.
And what was it like going home alone?
Probably the hardest thing I've ever done.
Murray now suing the clinic, which said in a statement to NBC News that it deeply regrets the error, calling it an isolated event with no further patients affected. The clinic also saying it's since conducted an in-depth review and put additional safeguards in place. Her story is rare but not unprecedented in the world of fertility treatment, which experts say is largely unregulated.
There's no reliable data or disclosures about how often IVF goes unjustifiably wrong. The US regulates assisted reproduction far more lightly than other developed countries.
Even after the trauma of the last year and the legal process ahead, Christina, who's 38 and single, isn't giving up on her hopes of one day becoming a mother.
I have started the process over again with another clinic, and I'm hopeful that in the next year or two I can try again.
It's just heartbreaking, Priya. So what does the road look like for her going forward?
Yeah, so Christina's attorney has told me that he has successfully represented about 1,000 fertility patients against their clinics across the country over the last 10 years in a variety of misconduct cases, including ones like this that involve embryo mix-ups, but also in cases involving freezer malfunctions that have resulted in embryos or eggs being completely destroyed. He even represented another California case that was quite unbelievable. You guys may have heard about it, involving two couples that in another fertility clinic mix-up ended up having each other's biological children, raised them unknowingly for a few months until they discovered it, and then they ended up swapping the infants back. And by the way, a lot of you are wondering what happened to Christina's embryos. I asked her about that, and she said that she's not sure if they're being frozen and stored in that fertility clinic or if perhaps they've been transferred to another patient, Savannah.
Wow.
Well, that is just...
But who has her baby?
Right.
No, that's what they just said. They
Nobody
don't.
will have her eggs. It's her eggs they will have.
Right.
Who?
Right. So those of you who are 50-50, let me know. Did this story kind of help you lean one way or the other?
It was kind of the same thing we heard on the other news.
Well, she went through some complications. But if she waits 20 more years, she'll be 58. I got little Cam. He want a white woman. She can get a black baby. She got to be ready to live right. She got to hold on 20 more years. He need at least be 20. So I want to get him grown.
Well, Preacher, did you ever say why you felt the way you felt?
No.
Did you ever?
No,
you just started giving us examples pressuring us.
My end is this. That is such a tight situation. It's so messy to where, I mean, either way it goes, I mean, you won't know. There's no way to get everybody. Nobody can be made whole out that whole situation. You can get a woman back her baby who you say, okay, the eggs belong to her, but she didn't carry the eggs. The eggs were inserted in somebody else. My hope would be in that is a major part of that family. I know the mother needs to get her bonding time, room, having, but you got to be at the end looking at she's a victim just like you're a victim too. It's not an issue of I hit you, you walking across the street. I pay you for your damages and then walk away. This is an issue where this was no fault and impregnated with the wrong, having the wrong eggs inserted in her, and then being spurned on and then happening. So it's clearly a case of the negligence, the failure of the facility. But at the same time, I would hope that they would look at trying to be fair. And fair would be, let's kind of look at this and say, give you a part in his life because you didn't do anything wrong. You ain't claim jumping. Oh, you knew it wasn't yours. You went. You came back and thinking, hey, the kid's black, but I'm going to cuss because I carried the child. Skin color different, but I love this child just as much as I would if the kid was white. The kid to make it, and then you start to realize you've been praying for a baby. He gave you one, so it ain't the color. But then you realize I'm appreciative he gave it to me. And then how I could enrich our life to look at people of color differently. Like any nationality, until you have real interaction with them, you don't really understand what their struggles, what their triumphs are, what their pride is about that. They might say that's dumb to me. But to another nationality, that's their pride. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the heartbeat of who they are. So I think it was giving her a good opportunity. I think she now looks at you people of color differently, until you integrate in that. But me personally, either way, we're fine. They gave the baby back, hey, okay. But you just got a victim here. Even if she get the money from the clinic, you can't ever put back a mother's care that she carried when she talks, she rubs her stomach, what she says to the kids, laying on her side. So, you know, you got to look at it. People just look at the story as, oh, hey, it's the other person's baby, rip it away. There's no easy way to do it. Because like I said, both parties are victims. Yes, it's my eggs. She carried it, she had it, birthed the baby. You still got eggs, do another one. You know what I'm saying? The baby was fertilized by somebody else. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what these people do. There's so much stuff.
The whole point is she was about to have a baby with a stranger anyway. That's the whole point.
Both of them. So I mean, so what's the problem?
Exactly.
You don't want to be like, leave the baby where it's at. Both of them. I mean, both of y'all, you know, you're freaking just throw your eggs out here and let people just wet them all up anyway. You don't care who wet them up. You know, they go, well, I'm going to make sure he has a college degree or make sure. I mean, okay, that's a small feat when you really look at how many more things. It's just, that's why it's so important when dating to have real conversation about people, because whatever those people genetics are, health-wise, you know, education, moral values, a lot of that will stem from the parent. And those are things to me will be very important. Mm-hmm. There are people that can't. You're like, I don't want to do a relationship, but I want to have a baby.
Right.
So I understand that part, but really doing your due diligence on who you allow to fertilize the egg is, to me, is of just as much importance. So that's one of them situations where I think it's a learning lesson on both of them, not just with the clinic, just looking at when you go to any of these places. It's like they said, they got clinics that lose eggs. They just get the eggs and then the eggs wind up they're not let the freezer break down, so you wind up losing them. So that I see a lot of heartbreak coming through a lot of those clinics. They should be held to a higher standard. Definitely more scrutiny, because of the fact you wreck somebody's life, that lady could go kill herself. Think about it as a mother. You got a small child, somebody just rip your kid away. You're like, my kid, I mean, you build your world around your child. Any parent will tell you, there's no way your whole world consists around your child, your job. You say, I got a sick child. I gotta take care of my child. You'll lose everything behind your kid. People go to prison behind their kid for somebody missed my kid. Your kid is your world. So when you get that snatched from you, that's one of them bonds. She won't ever be the same. She can have another baby. You know, she'll look at the one she lost.
Chanel saying the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. That was an actual couple. That's different. They went to the clinic probably because they couldn't conceive naturally and they wanted to do it, you know,
wow.
And then the embryo implanted inside. So that's what I was thinking. That's how they probably found that couple. It's a little different than you going and you say, okay, let me pick this person. Let them be this, let them be that. So
man, got that. Just went on, sued him, kept the black baby. Plus, he'll have a career. He can grow up. You know what I'm saying? He have a little money. We want to get him a Cadillac, get him some gold teeths. You know, she already had a little money. She said, like, you ain't got to sell drugs. See, I sued the clinic that let you come out my womb, little dog baby, and I have some money here for you, so you don't have to be no rapper and go and do drill music. So you can go get your gold teeths with this.
I think she would have. Honestly, I think she would have put up a bigger. Had the baby been white, because if this your long life want to have a baby, and all of a sudden you have a baby, even though it's the circumstance, I don't think
I could agree with that. I feel like it could have been a little easier for her to give the baby back since it was not her.
No, what I want to do is I want to point out two things. One thing is truly what the lady said in the video, and I have to take her at her word. She said that the biological family sued her in court, and because she didn't have the resources, she had to give the baby up.
So she said she didn't want to have to go through that situation.
It sounds like she did fight for the baby, but she lost the battle in court.
No.
The next thing I want to pull up is I put up the word surrogate.
Hold on for a second. Let me answer.
Right.
Hold on.
First of all, what you just repeated was not correct. Okay. She did spend. She had an attorney, and she spent her money. And the attorney told her that ultimately she was going to lose the case after she spent. I don't know what you quoting, what you heard, because
they even show the lawyer in there, and the picture of the lawyer.
It sounds like she did fight. Tuli said she didn't fight. It sounds like she did fight.
I don't think she said she
I
didn't.
thought the video
She
said
said
that
she
she
would
did
have
not.
fought
She didn't want
harder
to go through it.
if it was white. But no, she said on the if you go back, she said that.
All right, let me go back.
The recording said it. That she was told she was gonna lose the fight. You can play it. I don't wait on.
All right, here we go.
He's scuba diving.
Yeah,
that's what we doing. That's what we do, Alicia.
Duba died here, Dubas.
Give the baby she loved up to them, mistakenly implanted another couple's embryo in Murray.
Okay.
The biological parent sued her for custody, and Murray chose to give the baby she loved up to them rather than fight.
And I walked out of the building with an empty stroller. And they left with my son. What was it like going home alone? Probably the hardest thing I've ever done.
She's gonna be okay. I actually decided I already got my decision. I'm happy when the baby went back to the original because it's a couple. The baby's with dad and mom, and I feel like he's gonna be better where he is. Unfortunately, she had to go through this. But if the couples were going through this situation, that means they really wanted a baby and his father and mother. So yeah, that's my decision. I'm glad that the baby went back to the original parents.
So we're only basing that answer off if they have mother and father. So if there wasn't just single,
get her,
like
Alicia. Get her, Alicia. I mean, get her, Wendy J.
Yeah. I stand with my answer because
a single black woman that.
Then I would have been
to have a baby, like the example.
I would have been.
Hold on.
It will be a big difference. That's that woman's baby, like regardless. Like that's why I was torn because that's that woman's baby regardless. So if she never, of course, they put that on paper before you do that. Like you married, single, they do all of that, but that's still that woman's baby, regardless whether she is with somebody or not. And like you said, they do pick their partners. They do want. Not partners. They do pick the people that they would like to have a baby with. I mean, you have that option, but that is still that woman's baby.
I understand 100%. But at this point, I am in between 50-50. I have to make a decision. So because it's 50-50 and I feel for the white lady and I feel for the other mom, now I'm looking at the baby. What's the baby's best future? Where is the baby going to be having a best future in? With the couple, the mom and dad. So I feel like I'm happy that the baby was able to go to this couple that was trying. My whole thing is like they must have been trying really hard and they couldn't to the point that they got to this place. That's my decision. I'm still 50-50. For me, it's like but now I'm looking at the baby. I feel like the baby's gonna be in a good place now. Like when they said, "Oh, the couple," I'm like, okay, so now the baby.
See, the I don't know if I'm gonna say this right. The position of the baby, I don't think that was up for question though.
What do you mean?
And maybe I'm scuba diving, but I don't think that was up for question about whether or not the baby would be, in a good home or not. Because absolutely, if the baby was not going to be in a good home, go. But that's not.
I'm pro mom and dad. Even if I grew up in a single, like I grew up, but I'm pro mom and dad. Regardless if I didn't experience it, I feel like a baby is in a better position when they're with mom and dad, regardless if I wasn't able to. But I have to admit that if I would have grown up in a mom and dad, I could have probably, you never know, been in a better situation mental wise, because it's a natural thing. So for me, it doesn't mean that a single mom can't do a great job or a single dad can't do a great job. Absolutely. But I feel like when mom and dad are there, it's so much more natural, right? Like it's like kind of like good thing to do for the baby. I'm seeing it as a I'm seeing it for the baby. Like, where is the baby going to grow up best? And if a whole couple went through the whole procedure, that means they really wanted this baby. Yeah. So now I'm going back to like, I'm glad the baby went back to the original parents. That made me make a decision.
Sick. That's sick.
Oh yeah.
Ain't no winner. There's no
right.
winner.
It's not one. It's really not something to say. It's not.
The kids in the middle.
The kids in the middle. So now I'm like, let me just look at the baby's future, kind of.
But the kid also has the part that has two people on both sides that love him. If those two people could work together and pivot off of that, how many kids get the opportunity to be loved by two sets of parents?
Right.
Whether it's a single white woman and a couple, but you can still have the opportunity to be in love. I mean, she gonna look at, I'm gonna love him just like because I buried him, even though it wasn't I carried him. I would not want you. That's like you let people watch your kid. This would definitely be something I would look at. I know I would feel comfortable because you know the kid you would have for him. So I would think having some part, but then sometimes not. That's both in because then it can also cause some, some problems because then you try to discipline the child, and so it might be better to leave it with one and just let the parent heal, the other parent heal, because sometimes that can be psychologically trying. Because I feel like I had you let me have a part. Then I feel like the kid ought to wear this. I'm thinking about this for education. I chest top him like, well, no, I wouldn't have whipped him for that or chastised him for that. No, I wouldn't. Right. So that's just all these different variable problems. So it will probably be better just keep one parent in the life.
It's unfortunate for I haven't gotten to experience the pregnancy feeling of carrying a baby. I'm sure that's a beautiful thing. So she's gonna have to seek therapy as well. Like all that she went through. I'm sure you guys get to connect with the baby while being pregnant. So it's unfortunate for her, and I'm sure she is going through some traumas. But it's good for the baby now that it's back.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just saying. I don't want to ask y'all one. We got another one to ask y'all about.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah. But I like them.
You got something you want to say? No,
I can go ahead and post the story.
Okay.
Dwayne, you didn't answer. Did you give your answer?
No.
He said biological.
He does.
Okay, biological. Okay.
No, What
That's what you said.
I was gonna say, because it's actually 3 parts to unpack, and we unpacked 2 of the parts, but the other part I wanted to unpack was I want to hone in a little bit on this whole this whole trend that it's okay for a woman to actually go and have a baby, without consideration of a man in itself. And I kind of want to get more of the audience. I know I kind of hit on his perspective in terms of that, but more of the audience perspective on what is y'all take on someone who's single saying, hey, I'm getting older, rather than taking the route of me cultivating a relationship with the husband, getting married and having a family. Let me just take the quote unquote the modern route, and let's circumvent that process, and I can just go to the clinic and have artificial insemination. What is the audience take on that whole part?
Ooh,
I got one. What's the audience comment about what now?
Preacher's not even.
No, I heard him talking outside. I was trying to figure out this next one.
What you say?
No, man. Let me put your article up. I'm going to find your article.
No, put it up. Yeah, I'm sending it to you.
No, that's a good question, Bueno. Actually, that was a good question. That some people don't agree with it. Some people agree with it.
What was the question again?
Who is Black Ambition?
You know who Black Ambition is?
They're in your neighborhood.
Black Ambition is your neighbor.
The one that goes like this when he drinks his.
This story, look, let me read this story. Let me ask y'all opinion on this. I don't know. Y'all finished? No, I asked where y'all through. I want to make sure what was the you wanted to answer to another question, right? Or to that same question. I mean, to the same topic situation, correct?
The love question.
And what was again that you said? I'm sorry.
Hey, that was a long question.
All right, well, I didn't think you.
You go ahead. Let's go to your story.
No. I want to make sure. I want to make sure we got what you want to say. Yeah. I did. Okay.
It's a good question.
This story will be right here. This is a situation. Okay. She was a horrible partner. She's a nice person, but she didn't respect my opinion and wishes. If I had a complaint about something, she treated me like I was a typical man and would just brush me off. After years of this, the resentment had built so much that I fell out of love with her. I had tried several years to get her to go to marriage counseling, and she would always push back and say I was overreaching. I even told her that if we didn't work on things, we would be divorced one day. She always treated my concerns like I was just being unreasonable, even though I was sincerely trying to work on our relationship as a team and partnership. When we split, she tried to get us into marriage counseling, but it was too late. The damage had been done.
Oh.
What's y'all opinion?
Ooh. Preacher, where are you getting this question?
Right.
They're good.
All right, we just want to know, y'all tell me. I'm gonna have to snap this. It's gonna be in two
Very
parts.
critical thinking.
Yeah, it definitely is. And see, this is a man. Usually it's the woman saying this, is it not?
That's true.
I'm tired. He wouldn't listen. Now the man is saying he tried, and then he's told her. So what do y'all say? Should he give her another chance? What's your opinion?
Go ahead. Yep.
Whoa.
Come on, Dr. Joe.
I would say give her another chance. It's a marriage.
Yeah, okay.
And then sometimes you're not gonna have the feeling that you love that person, but it's a marriage and you made a commitment. No matter how you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, the only thing is abuse. I feel like that's another level of something. But if it's misunderstanding, miscommunication, I feel like there could be an answer. There could be a solution there.
I just sent it to you. It's two because I had to break it. It wasn't screenshot. I sent it to the thread, and you can post it up there if people want to see it. Y'all can see it on the show. So it's broken into two parts. That's a tight one. And usually men aren't the people that like. Men are just kind of move on. They're just whatever, shake stuff off. It's what it is. I don't have time to fool with it or whatever might be the case. So it's like interesting to see things at where they are, and to see he tried to get her to do it, she didn't see it. She felt like it was just a typical man, which doesn't make sense. The man is saying, "Let's talk. We're gonna wind up divorcing," and she felt like that wasn't serious enough for her. She didn't think it was, the dynamics of him bringing the situation up was important, and she landed herself in the daddy or divorce. And now she's saying, let's go get counseling, So now you got to ask yourself, is it authentic? And it's true. Marriage is very, it's a tricky, touchy subject, especially when you look at you're dealing with rules and regulations we have for it. Then you're dealing with people that look at, hey, I'm a human being. I'm not going to sit around and just take somebody just doing anything to me. So it's a lot involved when you're doing that. And it's one of those things where did she take it serious enough when he told her, or did she looking at one thing that cause people sometimes to want to get back together? It's the shame of being separated. It's not necessarily always a case of I really see the need to this person in life. A lot of times it can weigh off of people just looking at, okay, I'm embarrassed, I'm shamed, so let me get back together. I don't have this over my head that I failed in my marriage, so I want to get back together. So I think for me, it's a matter on, are you authentic? Is this really how you feel? This is like my wake-up call. I didn't, all that play a part if it was me. How sincere are you? Do you really see the magnitude of what happened, or is it a thing of I don't want to be stuck out here by myself and people looking at me, and then I can be on both ends of people looking at the shame of it. Oh, it's gonna be I'm the one failed. I didn't leave him; he left me. And for women, I think that's most of the shame. The man left you, but the man cut you off. Because typically the woman get out and the man left, so he's got to deal with it. I'm the bad guy. Oh. And women make up so much stuff. Oh, he used to yell at me. Okay, here we go now. Now somebody used to yell at me. They grew up and I don't like yelling. Don't do stuff to get yelled at. So you'll get a lot of time with women, they'll make up excuses of, I ain't say make up, but a lot of time they get away with when they separate. The man is typically going to he's going to typically look like the bad person. So when it falls back on the other foot, I think it's more for me. I don't know her, but me personally thinking, I don't know. I had to hear how she's coming to say, let's go and get help now. Is it because she realized she has a problem after she dated somebody else, or 2 or 3? Or is it because the light clicked on and she looked at, hey, I need to work on my marriage. I didn't see it that as important. I didn't think the issue was important. I wouldn't necessarily say maybe she see the marriage important. She might have thought the issues weren't important. So that'll play a big major part on how I would pivot to say yes or no. What you think, Wendy Jane? Special guest. The story up there, they want to read it now. What y'all come on?
No,
now.
I got it. Before I heard the marriage part, I was like, well, he did tell her. He did let her know. And he tried, you know, he felt like he did everything that he could do. And then once he had to show her, then it was, why test the waters? Why? But I mean, but that really just shows exactly what he was saying at the beginning. She doesn't, was it trust his opinion or listen to his opinion or consider that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she just felt like he was being
like a typical man.
Yeah, so
most men say that.
Yeah, but I mean, hearing you talk, which I would have wanted to give my answer before hearing you talk.
Oh yeah, oh you could have never
Because
had
it makes it kind of blends together. It's pretty
or overpowers.
Who overpower her or my husband?
You, preacher.
That's when Jay talking. I'm just listening.
Tuli, I want to hear your. How about you try to?
Yes,
and I
yeah,
still haven't heard.
What you got to?
And she gives one word. No.
Yeah, now Royal Kadash for she spoke. He said at woman not. It's a lot of them finna grab hold of a man now. They been fired. It sounds like the divorce has made her realize her fault. If she's truly sorry, I said take that. Yeah. But let me say
no,
this.
I agree with that too. But
you hear what now? Chavez said a leopard don't change his spot.
After Tuli gives and Love Doctor, I
My
have a question.
mom used to say that all the time.
Go ahead, Tony. I ain't got it. I ain't.
Nah, come
Tuli,
on, no,
I want to hear from you.
Y'all opinion. Excuse me. We
Hurry up
wanna
before it
hear
becomes
y'all opinion.
overpowering.
Come over on this side, y'all. Let's hear y'all talk. Let's show your face, Wendy J. Come on, Tuli. I gotta tell us what y'all say on that.
Let me see. Is she wrong?
Let me see.
Yeah, she want to go. Go.
Who said she want to go? You listening to? Nobody said if she want to go.
She wouldn't even listen to the story. You know what?
Well, her actions technically said she wanted to go
to
not
the
listening.
counseling, right? Isn't that right?
Yes, you are
If
right.
she want to go, let her go. I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, complete thoughts. Complete your thought, Tuli. Full sentences.
Y'all done finished it. I said if she want to go to marriage counsel, if he asked and now she want to go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. Why not? Go ahead. People change. I mean, then if you separate, you get out there, you realize, it wasn't that bad. Maybe it was my fault. I have. If you're mature enough to realize that it was that you had, then maybe you'll see that some it might have been worth it. And I can fight for a little bit and get in there and try to do something a little different. I could be different, and maybe work it out. So.
Love Doctor.
Hey,
Love Doctor.
So, what I want to let y'all know, I'm a certified life coach. This kind of stuff that I handle and this kind of stuff I deal with, I deal with couples and these situations all together. Let me tell you something. When you're married, you definitely do what you can. Give me a call, schedule an appointment. And those people out there under the sound of my voice, whoever wrote that, I know you're out there listening to me now. Give me a call. I can get y'all back together. I can make it work. Just give me a call.
First of all, nobody's
gonna that wasn't no answer towards the question.
It wasn't.
That man make no sense.
Somebody said so. It was. They were together for 7 years before all this happened.
I think it's. I maybe said that. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sorry. Wendy J.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wendy J. and Dr. Joe.
Yes, sir.
I'm saying that we should be able to work through it. Yeah, y'all should be able to work it out. All it is, believe it or not, this right here, what I learned from all the years that I've been doing all my counseling, couples therapy.
Gosh.
Communication.
Yes.
That's number one is communication. And what I would tell you is that people, the reason why, because before I was in this successful relationship, I was in a bunch of failures. And if you really break it down, all your
The only reason is because you have a rod now.
Yeah, thank you.
Now that being said, y'all think about that. You know what? That might be a good saying for today. All your relationships fail except for the last one that you're in. Nevertheless,
What?
that's a good
That's
saying. Write
not
that down,
even
too.
necessarily right.
Now, what I want to do that if I may, I wrote a book where I broached this topic by the name of wound management. And all relationships fail because of one reason. And what I find is most common reason that relationships fail is because somebody is feeling undervalued or unappreciated. Somebody's feeling as though you're not taking my feelings and I'm not being considerate. So somebody is feeling neglected. And once one person begins to feel neglected in any magnitude, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It all come down like that. So this young man, this letter is writing this letter is saying, hey, he is feeling neglected and she wasn't listening. Because she never listened because he's been feeling neglected, now he's divorced and now he wants to go on. What I can do is I want to tell you, my brother and my sister out there on the sound of my voice, we can work through this.
Do me a favor, say the one that can hear your voice. Don't say under your voice. You're not taller than a lot of people, so now people not gonna be understand your voice.
But that makes it sound more.
But just say
the reverberations of the sound of my voice.
But to what Julie said, right? To what Julie said, people always change. And she did say one thing: we only hearing the man's side of the story. We don't know why or where. What provoked her to get to that point too.
But the man that we're hearing is the man that's saying he left, that he extended the help. He extended telling her, and he said, I fell out of love.
But
she didn't take me serious because a lot of time it wasn't.
But what if she was married too, preacher? What if she was married too?
But the thing is, we don't know. Based off of here we go. This what I find, and two to that. Y'all are going to defend the woman regardless.
No, I'm always
He put the story up there. Let me ask y'all a question.
Does the duration matter?
The man posted the story. She didn't. So we going with what we know from him. Like the other story we heard about.
Because she's going to therapy, trying to work it out.
Look at the white lady that had the baby. For all we know, she could have stole the baby. But we heard her story. We never heard the lady, the woman, African American, being dark human. So we going with based off of what you're telling us, based off of what he's saying. Is he correct on his end of? It's too late. Especially he said, I'm falling out of love because I feel like because a lot of times what happens in a relationship, women always kind of get the hierarchy of, you don't listen, my feelings, my mother, they don't matter. I'm just saying, we hear this all the time.
I have a question for you, preacher.
You ain't gonna let me finish my instrument. Go ahead.
That's right. Don't interrupt him.
Sorry, I apologize. But
no. Go ahead. Let's see what you're gonna say.
It's for you. Like, I want you to define love.
Well, first of all, it's a 4-letter word, so it's the other one.
That's right. We call it a hob.
Define a hob, right? Define the whole structure.
He already been teaching on the hob. Now he teach about the hob every
because this is going to determine my like.
Hey, stop trying to go. Just stop being all freaking deep. Just go stay right there, okay? Go ahead.
Okay.
Listen, what happens most times? That's true. When a man reaches out, that's true. Look, when a man's at when he reaches out, he said we're in. Most men do not want to end the marriage. That's true. So when we do, we done.
Yeah.
I like women. Women. I mean, not saying women don't, but a lot of times men will suffer before they check out. Most women stub their toe.
Wait a minute. Wait
a minute.
Let's continue as
no.
That's my picture. I'm not fighting I like y'all. I ain't fighting my leader. It's on y'all.
You got to check your leader, preacher.
Would we defend love?
Don't getting too deep.
Or is it different in a marriage, or is love the same all around? Question for you. You want my right hand 5-finger slap or my left one? Well, let me say this. We know what the word teaches. Always the word is take precedence, but we're dealing with people. And I think sometimes what people do, we want to bring the word in. If we're going to play the word game, This is what you have to play. Oh, let's play the word game. We're gonna play what does the word say? Okay, what does the word say about a woman obeying a husband? What does it say about a woman submitting herself to her husband?
Okay.
What does it say about a woman loving her husband? So we're gonna play the book game. Let's don't play it on should he take her back because of the book. If she was doing the book, we wouldn't be talking, it wouldn't be a separation.
So that would have been
funny. So, but you see what I'm saying? And that's a good question to ask though. But just notice when people want to bring the book in, when now we screw up. Like, okay, now we're gonna bring Joe hits me 71 times. The book says 70 times you're supposed to forgive. Well, I mean, it's only one over. Forgive her. The book. Let's look at what the book says. What does the book say about offending your brother? See, what happens with us a lot of time when we try to issue in and bring in book, we don't start looking at why didn't you use book before when you were creating the habit.
Right.
So then you get all this now. You start piling book on somebody. They book.
Right.
The person never obeyed no book. They never followed book. It just
they were not
to do it. So this is the problem that becomes. That's why it's so important that both people have to be believers. Then you got some structure to make sense. Where if this person wasn't in compliance, now when book comes, they realize, okay, I was out of compliance. Now I know, I understand what compliance is. That ain't for when, see, man, we are dog compliant. Don't go there. I'm saying we all have obligations. Right. But when you're not doing it, don't say now, let's bring the book and put the book on. He needs to obey the book. Had you been obeying the book, we wouldn't be talking about what he needs to do. His actions were because of course of action you've taken. He said, we need to talk. According to what he said, we need to get married. That's when a man say, a man is definitely not no person gonna go to no marriage counseling. I can tell you that now. You forget. We looking at that. I ain't laying up on no couch. Nobody gonna be picking through my head. Nobody be asking me no bunch of questions. They come and talking about, were you abused when you was a kid? They're like, no. So when a man say, we need to get marriage counseling, you need to already have the number dialed. Because it's not a man, typically a man don't want anybody in their business. So they said,
he cared about.
They can say, let's talk to preacher. That's big for a man. It ain't no, let's just do, because they don't want, a tip of man don't want nobody to tell them that. They don't want nobody in their business. That's right. You don't want nobody in your business. You don't want nobody to tell you nothing. You don't want nobody, well, you wrong. You like, I don't want to hear that because I don't feel like I'm wrong. So when a man is telling you, ladies, there's a problem, he's saying we need to get help. We need to go get it. This will be dumb for you to ignore it. What he said was, I'm not very well saying. And so now when she say, okay, I want to tell you, look at, forget about it. I'm not interested. I can understand it. Yeah, people like that. Why if you've been telling somebody, telling them, it's like, why am I keep wasting my what's going to change now? Well, I'm going to change for what? It's an action. So a lot of times for me, when I'm talking about this, I know what the writings teach, and you can say it, but you can't institute writings when it benefits you. Let writing be right, on every end. Say, first of all, I've been obeying the writings. That's why I'm instituting the writings. Don't come bring the right way. We know what that's what the word for us to get it right after you've done countless damage. And the person has told you countless times, no, don't do this. I don't like that. Don't do it. It's like, why would you keep doing it? So I think I don't know the person who he is, but sound like to me he's saying, I'm not interested. I just kind of keep moving. And a lot of time women don't look at men because if men he watching football or watching his baseball or whatever, every man has his own thing that he might do, and that's his getaway, to him. But if a man's telling you, hey, it's a problem, it's an issue, you will be a fool not to listen. That makes zero sense. So when a man says he's done, it's like, I understand. He's saying, I'm done. Why would I waste time with it? If you're going through the problem, if I went through the issue to go and do the divorce and all that, I assure you that's not something I'm looking to go back and do. If I'm separate, I'm not interested. I'm that type of, like what he said, I'm that type of, if I separate, man, I don't want it back. That's me. I'm not interested.
Now I have a question for you and Tuli, because you guys have been married a really long time. Yeah. So during this marriage, would you say the reason why I told you, can you define love, is because during this 25, 30 years of marriage, would you say that you always felt like you were in love with your wife, or did you feel like you said that you were always in love with your husband, Tuli? And if you didn't, what made you keep on fighting? Or if you always did, which to me is like, wow, like that's why, like, okay, what is love? Because it's like, do you feel it? Is it something? I don't know. Well, my question is, throughout those 30 years, would you say that you have not felt out of love?
I don't know if a person. I don't know if I hear people say that, like, you know, I've been in love the whole time, whatever. I think some things people say they're not practical. It makes like zero sense when people say stuff like that. You know, I'm still like, it's like I'm still like where I fell in love. If you even look from writings with Yahushua, like Yahuwah, with him, well, he put Yashar all out, cast him away, but he never stopped loving them. It's just you don't have to agree with people's actions and have to be with them sometimes. I think sometimes what we do, we take love as love will, whatever I do is still, you know, okay, because you're supposed to love me anyway. You know, even when he showed us, you know, he got rid of him. He cast away. He even said, you know what? I don't even know you anymore. We don't even have nothing, you know, together. I relinquish everything we have together. Well, he said, you're not even my people anymore. It didn't mean he did be with you in this condition, with you doing what you're doing. So when people say, well, oh, you know, use the word, that's why I say you have to really look at everything. And with him, guess what his end was? He countlessly told us how many times he kept sending a counselor to him. He said, I sent you all my Nabal, rising up early. And everything he's telling you now, I've been telling you this the whole time. So this ain't, I jumped up one day and I changed. I've been telling you this the whole time. He said, I sent you all my Nabi. I said, all right. He said, rising up early. So these guys will come and tell you that. So people like us, when did we find the situation to be drastic? Was what? When we were in captivity. And now we had to stay him for the duration of the time, 70 years. Because he looked at, he told us before we went, he said, until the land had a rest. He's like, I need a break from you right now. I need, you know, regardless of whether they're repentant or whatever, he looked at, I need this space right now. And that space gave us an opportunity to look at now, really reconciling.
Okay.
Really reconcile, putting things away that we looked at that put us in the situation.
Okay.
Because we also picked up other things when we were separated. We picked up strange wife and kids. He looked at, relinquish everything you got. If you're gonna come, if you want me to take you back, you got to relinquish all of that. And that's the thing about, you know, so for me, reaching people on, like, when you start throwing stuff out, like, people feel like the word is appropriate to throw out everywhere. It is not. Because you have to have people that's already word minded.
That's right.
So throw in one thing to say, you know, the word teacher, man, supposed to, don't throw that when he's not been doing anything it says, and all of a sudden now we're gonna hold your feet to the fire on the word.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's not the life you live. You can say, well, okay, give it to me now. You can't, it don't work like that. Like, give me something out of the Bible right quick I can do. It don't work like that. People think that, you know, like the writings is something that's a quick fix. This is a whole transformation. This is why people never really come into the real knot, because they don't see the importance of this. Has to become your life, your conversation, your breathing, your laying down, your getting up. That's the only way it works when you use it for resolve. You can't just say, well, what does it say? Can you give me some out of the Bible? I'm going through something right now. I'm shacking up. I smoke weed. I get drunk.
Come on now.
And I switch heat. But you tell me something.
Come on now.
Something like scripture, like I could read. Like, no, you don't get it. It don't work. Like, it's not something you just throw out.
Come on now.
That man is gone again.
Preacher, but that's why to me, preacher is you're saying.
Oh, he told him to get his out.
That's right. Come on, preacher.
Yeah. But Tuli, I like to hear your
preacher. Can you squall? Preacher, you know how to squall?
Man, come on. You know, I'm a preacher. Listen.
Come on now.
Now what you doing? No, that them jitterbug one.
But I'm the right one.
Now, preacher, come on, you give it that.
That's the right one.
It'd be something like that.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. There we go.
At least you can play something different. We get to see if he finally can play something different, but she was asked the question. He said, I'm going on 17 years. You will not always be in love. My wife and I broke up 3 weeks ago, LOL. Right in the house for 3 days. We still stepped in the same bed, though. No stepping out. Yeah, but people don't realize this. So what you said one night is very much true. When you hear people say, we've been married 4 years and I'm still in love like the first day. The first thing when you say that, this is what you look at. It's rehearsed and it's not practical. If anything, the love should have enriched, because if I'm still feel the same way I feel about you the first day I met you, that means I hadn't grown. Because I should know more about you than I did the first time I met you. Even the things that make you fallible. But when I weigh everything you do, you see what I'm saying? When I weigh everything about you, the love should change. And then there are things that happen coming that's going to test the love, just like the relationship with him. There's always things gonna come and gonna test the relationship. Like what woman, very practical, very true. It's a listen. It happened. I won't speak to her for a day. So I just don't. I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
I'll be able to. She'll tell me. I just don't. We don't talk. I just don't have nothing to say. I talk when I do. I start talking. I move on from them.
And that's why I feel like that doesn't mean you don't love her. It's like the definition of love. Like, it's just like you need space, you need time. It doesn't mean, oh, I don't feel it right now, but I feel like it's more action. And that's why I was asking you guys. I've been married for 30 years. That's why I was asking, like, do you guys feel it all the time? It's just not practical to me.
I mean, of course, it's that, and it's in obligations. A lot of people look at, going trips, doing stuff, buying stuff. That's fine and well. And not time women need a lot of stuff like that. For me, it's like, man, watch my work. My work ought to prove it out. I'm gonna be consistent. I do the same thing. Shit, I'm pretty practical. I'm pretty basic on what I'm gonna do. And that's bound. If I say I'm gonna do something, that's what I'm gonna do. I stay focused to that, and I love for people to be the same way. Do what you say you're gonna do. Don't ask for a whole lot of nothing. I don't need a whole lot. I learned to be content with a little, especially when it comes down to my relationship with my creator is one of the most important. It's like when asking about is the love always the same? Okay, like Alicia, has Deuce made you so mad you could just almost rip his head and arms off? Did that mean you fell out of love with him?
Yeah, that's a great example.
But people don't. That's what people don't realize. People think, oh, like some women get this fairy tale stuff. I can't believe you. That just broke my whole image of you. Then you're not even practical. When people are in a relationship and people are, you get into marriage and you're really in it. You know what it is that you minded to do. You're gonna get tested. It's got to be tested. It's how you know whether it's strong or not. They say, well, you shouldn't get angry with me. You have women will say some dumb stuff. Not all of them. They'll say dumb stuff. If you love me, you wouldn't get angry with me. That's like kind of dumb and a cop out. It's all about how you treat a person. I ain't gonna go out on you. I ain't gonna like me. I kept a clean record. Them 30 years, ain't no woman. She ain't got to worry about no woman popping through them doors. Like, here it come. I knew it. He just didn't want to. Listen, I ain't worried about it. I'm telling. Look in your little line, heifer. Now when it's supposed to happen. I'm gonna tell you, I know how you lying. She goes, how you know I'm lying? Because child, you had been with me, you'll still be here. So you see her with him for 30 years, don't you? Tell you want to work no way. So some of the stuff you just got to be practical when you're in a relationship. Mindful of the other person, and the other person trying to get. And that's something all of us take for granted sometimes. Like, okay, whatever. That's just them. You can't overlook certain things, especially when a person says, seriously, we need to get a third party in. That's serious.
Yeah.
It's bad that she did ignore it. And like I said, she could be very well now a lot smarter, and that can help her out in her next marriage.
But see, that's something like Danielle said. I don't know if you saw Danielle's comment, but
I did see something she said.
Yeah, she did say that, this could possibly change her in a better way. Just somebody, I guess,
for somebody
where their mouth is.
Listen, the next guy that get him, he'll appreciate it. He'll be like, "You're so sensitive." And she said, "Some just, when you want to talk, I want us to address that." And so he make her better for somebody else. But for him, he can look at him, because you look at you didn't take it serious. Yeah, so that's why you gotta be when to listen, when to pay attention. Make sure you're on point what you're doing, and make sure, like him, he put his foot down. Make sure now you still got a leg to stand on when you put it down.
Man.
Now when you tell her you don't, then you decide, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get her. She said, you know what? I moved on past that myself too. So I'm with somebody else and I'm doing better. So it's a lot you got to consider on both ends on how you treat the other person. And, you know, just overall, you know, that's just something we people typically don't do or don't pay attention to. A lot of times when we wind up, when do we always get serious about it? It's just like a man getting their life right. Most guys in prison want to get their life right. What they want to do is on the free side.
Got a point.
Yeah, they go to prison, get what they want to do. Man, I'm gonna get my GED and go to college. You could have got it when you was out here.
Right.
But sometimes it takes things being removed from you and you separate and isolate to realize it gives me that time now. I can't say time is not on my side. I can't say I don't have time to do it because it ain't like I got to go to work. I'm in prison. I'm sitting here locked up. So now I got that time to concentrate and think on things, and think on my life, things I did, life changes, what I could do differently. I have a different outlook on life. When I get out, I plan on doing things this way. You ain't got to worry about me. I ain't going around them. I'm not hanging around there. I'm done. I'm moved. You get to plan all that when you separate and you see the failures of your decision. So that's one thing life teaches us as well. But I see you playing the music. It's our time to get ready. 10:24. He always trying to play. Oh, Doodoo Joker. When last time we had sex at the dog conversation?
I got to play it. I got to play it now because you usually about 20 minutes after I play
that's my cue.
Get y'all cut off. So
Yeah, man, they get raunchy on here after 10:30. That's why I be all. They go. I just cut off. I let Brother Tony come on. I said, let me see what she said. What did Sarah say? She said, I agree with this. Unfortunately, women are always wanting their husbands to consider how they feel, but we tend to ignore and step all over their feelings. Marriage is a two. Girl, that's a saying for the night.
Preach it, girl. I like that saying right there. Put it back up, matter of fact.
Listen, I'm gonna go along with that. Marriage is a two-way street.
Two-way street.
If you only go one way, you're gonna get yourself killed.
Preacher, that's pretty.
Boom. That's what we putting on for mine tonight. That's the truth. You know, and people need to realize that, and that's true. Women don't think that men hurt, men bleed, men have issues, men deal with things too. You know, like they give y'all stuff in the food and deodorant and in the hair care products to get y'all off balance. They also do it to men in the underwear. Other things they give to us, they give us a lot of damaging things too, like certain food that kind of come along and mess with men, sexual drive. Look at it. You got more men now with erectile dysfunction. You know, can't get it. So as a man, you almost feel emasculated.
Hi, we have a guest.
Hello, guest.
Oh, not her. No. We finna go when we play the music.
Preacher.
A hug, y'all. A hug. We'll see y'all next time. Who is this? Go ahead.
Your favorite. I couldn't let y'all go off without coming to say hello.
Yeah. Goodbye. Go ahead.
I wanted to clarify my question because so when I asked about defining love, if like so say you're a single person, right? And if you meet someone that you connect with, how do you know if it's love? Or how do you know? That's what I'm saying. Is that something that you use the book with? The definition of that? Like if somebody say, well, how do you know you love somebody? Like that's more so what I was asking. And if that is the same in marriage, or is that just
No, you said if you meet somebody, how do you know it's love? Well, I think that's gonna take time. That takes time because you have to get to know a person to love them. That's even with the creative people. We said we love him at first, but we never really knew him. Then it's like, what do you love him for? You know what I'm saying? Like if I ask you, why do you love your dad? You're gonna tell me some attributes. You're gonna tell me some characteristics. You're gonna tell me some incidents or some situations or things you learn from them, and that more or less solidifies that affection that you have for them. It's called love. So it's the same thing when you look at a person. When you talk about being in a relationship, when you name the person, what do you name about them that creates that feeling about them? What is it that good, those inspirational things that they do, or those things about them, the thoughtfulness or whatever it is that they do to make you love them? You know, I just love them. That makes no sense. If I love you, it's because of a reasoning behind it. That makes sense. It's not something that's like easily gained. It's based over you know, some people it'll quicken because of the, you know, the commonality, the, you know, the things y'all have in common. Other things might spark it. Some people take a little time because you might be a little more reserved. You've been hurt a few times, or been through too many bad relationships and situations, so it's not easily gained the trust. Some people just looking for the person. Hey, I just got all this emotion built up and been waiting on somebody. I'm just waiting to dump it on somebody, and sometimes it's not the right person. It's a lot to tell somebody the perfect plan pattern of getting a person and loving a person. It takes time. I mean, it's loving them for everything, even the things that imperfection. You say, I don't mind that because this overweighs that. I don't mind. Yeah, because with everybody is going to be something, you know. But, you know, when you weigh it overall, you say, overall, the total, you know, I love you. Regardless of these, that doesn't play a part of changing that. So I tell you the best, I guess the best way is, you know, that feeling emotion, it grows, it shows. It'll grow, it'll show. You don't have to create it. It grows, it shows. It will. If it's not there, you know, you just got nice, good, warm, friendly, careful. So you know what? You great or a good friend. That's a you grab their hand, you say, listen, I appreciate your friendship. And they'll know. Oh, yeah, for a man, he gonna back up. If y'all out to eat now and he ain't paid, when he tell them they come, they said, check. Said, make this you paying for her. So we don't want to mess this friendship up. Please don't tell a man before he pays.
That is hilarious. Okay.
I'm trying to help out.
Yes, sir.
Just let the hospital. He probably said just left. Just let the hospital for my just left. Right. He got the tubes out all Tahaleen and Mr. Yahuwah through Yahushua HaMashiach, who is Gadal. Want to do it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Bill.
Thanks
Great news.
for the palau. I appreciate it. Listen,
Yeah.
Yahuwah. And I'll be honest with you, I don't take everything him to pray to people give me. So if I take it to him, I think some of it. He knows that. I don't just take people's stuff. People like pray man, I mean, man, yeah, I got you. People don't, I don't know. People might think it's funny. I'm the type of person where I don't ever want Mr. Yahuwah to see me as a person that's just doing something. I want him to see me as a person that I show consistency in what I do. I show the care in what I do. I want him to see that as, if that's something that you really want, then I want to give it to you because you don't typically just ask me for something. Like for myself, that's not something I typically just ask for anything. So when I ask for something for him, he knows that's me. This is something that I want done. And I appreciate him for doing that because he didn't have to. Either way, I was going to serve him, but I'm always, elated to find out, that people are getting relief behind what he does. And, it's always my hope as well when I present things to him about people and healing. It's not just about your natural healing, but it's about the life being transformed as well. Having that, because a lot of people heal all the time, but he gets nothing back. So what's the purpose? It's like going to work every day, you don't get paid. Why would you keep coming back? So how do we reciprocate when he does it? So when you say, okay, if you hear this person, okay, for what benefit? Well, I mean, so they'll feel better. And it edifies who? His nephew just happened to be a young man that he was already kind of coaching toward listen. He already listened from my understanding. So he knows some of the teaching. He was in a situation, but now he's looking at he recover. I'm sure he'll be looking differently now at that relationship with Yahuwah. So as we look at almost died from some people get stripped from strip. My fat man over there with Lydia, he just got over strip 2 weeks ago. I couldn't imagine him laying up there with tubes in his throat. He can't breathe. Wow. You know what I'm saying? But it happens, and he'll let things happen that come and that close to you to show you. I say on one, I don't pity another, which he did. I pity one I don't pity. That's it. People he just let die from it.
Yeah.
And nobody. So that's what make this relationship and like that helps to really embellish the love I have for him, the harm, for the fact of he does that and he doesn't have to do it. You know, it's like you don't have to do that. You don't owe me to do that. You don't have to. Everybody's calling on you, asking you for something, and you took time out to listen to me. I owe you this lifestyle because I sincerely asked, and you ain't gonna believe it. He sincerely died. This I'm honestly asking. He said, "You ain't gonna believe it. I was honestly asking you, and I was sincere when I died." So, you know, going back and giving back to him to let him know I'm always appreciative for everything he does. He been too. I've seen a lot. I remember when Ian fell out one time and he was in there and the ambulance was out there.
Yeah, I remember that.
It took me. I was sitting here, man. I'm in here singing. We just going, man. They were like, yeah. I'm like, huh? They said the ambulance. I'm like, the ambulance. They're like, yeah, he's in the back of the ambulance. They're like, I walked out there. I'm looking at it. I'm like, the back of the ambulance. Man, we shot down that hospital. We were down. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, what happened? It was out of nowhere. And I remember they took me up there in the room with him. They brought a priest. Took in there. They're like, we got a priest. So they were like trying to minister their little last right talk. She was like, no. She was like, I got a pastor. Go get my pastor. So they brought me up there, and the guy he was sitting there just looking, trying to figure out. She said, listen. She said, I already prayed to him about it. She said, however he see fit to move. She said, I'm good, preacher. She said, I ain't moving. I ain't going nowhere. I said, that's what we're standing on. I went over there, seen him in the room. They had people in there with the life flight on. They had a helicopter ready. They were going to throw him on the helicopter and fly him out. I walked over there to him and rubbed him. I prayed for him, and I touched him, and I told her, I said, you know, I gave the who like he'd be all right. And that next day, he was up. He was eating. I remember she had a video and everything. So we were blown. I mean, from tubes, you finna be life flighted out of from a hospital. It's like where you fly to a hospital. I'm talking about they in the room. Now they sitting here with everything. They geared up, dressed. Like if this moves a little bit, he on a helicopter. He flying out of here. So when you see for yourself the results of what he does, a man like me can't help but to love it. You know, and then send a mother
to add to that. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
When you talked about him choosing who he will, one of my cousins actually was recently diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. This is like when she found out, she was already at stage 4 and it already started spreading to her lungs. So we found out the day that she went to get her first chemo treatment. And I just thought about all the people I knew who had cancer scares, and it was not even anything close to what they thought. And to know that she found out already at stage 4, so she's pretty much just waiting to die at this point, you know. So you're right. I mean, he choose who he will. Like he have her come on who he will. So it's comforting to serve a Yahuwah like that.
And you know, sometimes what people get caught up in, I can't believe I got this bad news. You know, I'm gonna die. I might have 6 months. We forget you ain't even got the date. You don't even have a whole day. We take for granted because nobody gave us a diagnosis that we just guaranteed this time. We set 5-year precedents or 5-year, 10-year dates or something we're looking to do and don't realize all you got is the day. You don't know. I always think another year, so we never seen. I never think I never seen the day before. This ain't a day I don't live before. Even I could create the same act the next day, but I've never been in this time. Yeah. So to realize that he see fit when he cutting people out, and eventually all of us living will dissipate, and there'll be a whole look at the people who were here hundreds of years ago. None of them are here. Eventually, he just moved. It's a whole nother tool of dog here. So you realize how important it is to say, listen, I have an opportunity to capitalize on a lot of things they did, especially in the relationship with him. The people coming behind me have an opportunity to capitalize off of things that I did and I didn't know. So I try to really value, what I gained in the day, what I know, what I learned in that relationship. Talking, making sure I'm staying consistent. Making sure when I'm honest, even though it's the same thing I'm asking for, but this is truly what I want. I want him to look at. He doesn't move from that. He keeps asking me for the same thing because that's what I want.
That's right.
So, I encourage people, to really take that time out and look at. That's how I look at the day when I look at. I've never seen this day before. There's some people, listen, they'll never see it. or they'll die in it. Then how many people die in a day that we see? They saw. I was looking at a video of a kid. His birthday, he was 13. His 13th birthday. He was only 13 for 27 minutes. He was gunned down from some other shooter. Matter of fact, from the rapper Lil Baby shooting a video, and that video he shot was in a rival gang neighborhood. That was back last year. Remember that they had a shooter. They were like, he was shooting a video where Atlanta police is trying to charge him for that video because they right responsible. He went and shot it in a rival gang neighborhood. Where was that going? Your gang, and you're going to shoot a video in a rival gang video. Where's that going? What is that?
I have no idea.
What is that?
Nigga went on.
Are you on drugs?
So go ahead with the quote. You already did your quote about love on the street, right? Okay.
Yes, I did. Oh, there she go, Miss Nasty. Woo, boy, folk don't like. Woo, I seen that ugly come up. Woo, that thing nasty.
I just asked. I was just saying. I was just asking.
Oh, she hate that.
You want to start it off? You want me to start it off?
I did, man. Started off as I already said it.
Preacher started off.
That man is on court.
You gotta say something about love.
It's okay, I love that.
What I wanted to do is I wanted to build off what Preacher said. Preacher commented on a post.
Do you, man?
And it was this one right here that I just posted up in regards to marriage is a two-way street. Preacher commented off, so I wanted to comment off what Preacher said.
Why don't you just say yours and get your own life? They already know what I said. Talking about where it came from. I already read it when I did it, Joker. Come up with your own life.
I always got this big old preamble, and then got in the body.
No, he got a segue. I got
marriage.
A segue.
Marriage is a two-way street, and marriage is also a highway, and it's also an intersection and an interstate. Go ahead, Dr. Joe. You next.
What in the world?
I'm so lost.
It's okay. Somebody else can go to. I think about this driveway situation and highway situation.
So bad, man. I don't know what he's talking about. Marriage is a yield sign, a start sign, and a caution.
In the world, Preacher, he just made me.
And a highway exit.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, come on. Wendy J, build off that. What you got, Wendy J?
About love.
Yeah, you could just build off
this way. Tell them about the divided highway. Because that's the thing that you the divided highway.
He don't even know what he means. So
tomatoes, that's right.
Love starts within.
I like that. Flourish, girl, flourish. Love starts within. I like that right there. What you got? Come on, Lakiera. Come on.
Preacher, you're not even paying attention.
Mine has been, it's amazing.
That says the man with the new motor. Ain't nothing going on with that man motor. That thing ain't in the oil. Don't even put no oil in it.
Go ahead, Lakiera.
Come on, girl.
Okay. Love has nothing to do with what you are expecting to get, only with what you are expecting to give. Thank you.
Okay, Lakiera. Okay.
You're gonna get locked up.
That's three of us back to back. All three of us real good, Dr. Joe. Now don't let us down. Go ahead. What you got, Dr. Joe?
Yeah,
You
man.
have to explain yours. We're lost.
Is she frozen? Oh.
Me? My brain is frozen. I'm trying to put it together before because Preacher's not paying attention, but he pays attention to Mom.
No, you didn't. I paid attention to it. Why you think I'm stuck over here? I don't know what she's saying.
Preacher, what was driveway and highway tornado? Whatever the doctor said.
Don't talk about
nobody. Listen, we don't pay that stuff. No, we already know the man on drugs. Okay,
but nobody's gonna make him explain that.
Hey, whoever had an ear to hear that, that's who that was for.
Whoever had an ear to hear, cut it out like Beethoven and write a symphony.
Ear to hear that.
I'm still shocked by that quote, but I don't even know if it was a quote or what it was.
It's disappointing what it is.
Come on, Dr. Joe, your internet messed up. Hurry up, come on.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna holler that. Hypocrite.
Even when you don't feel the emotion of love, make sure your actions are showing love.
Next person.
Whatever. Preacher, what do you think? You're the one that matters to me.
How can you have?
Minnie J, don't hide your face. Minnie J is laughing at you.
Even
Don't
if
hide
you don't
your
have
face,
love,
Wait a
you
minute,
never
wait
felt
a
it before.
minute. Say it
You still
again.
have to happen for other people.
Even if you don't feel the emotion of love, make sure your actions are showing.
Okay.
If you don't have the actions of love, make sure.
No, preacher, even if you don't feel the emotion of love, make sure your actions are showing love.
Let me ask you, if I send you this spoon in the mail, will you cut your throat with it?
No, preacher, I won't. Because I
was gonna try to get.
I know you will have me, so I wouldn't.
That's
your
why I wouldn't
your
do
words
it.
are not.
That's why I
Your
would
words
never
are not
listen.
matching your
I
actions.
would never do it. But if I can run over to Virginia Avenue, they have a 24-hour post office. I can get there next day. How long will it take
Preacher,
you?
that's why when you say the words, I know you don't mean it because I know you will have me.
I don't think you should continue doing what you're doing. Them quotes, like,
if not, you would pull out for me.
Even if you don't feel
Oh, I can't take it.
love is not in your heart, you must still have love for people. I said, did she get that from Pope Francis? You gotta still have love even when you don't feel it and you don't have it. Woo! I got to think on that one.
That's not what I said, preacher.
Speaking of love, haven't you heard?
Hey. Doom, 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 doom.
But a lasting commitment.
Okay, here am I.
What's a fleeting feeling?
It leaves. Fleet. You know how? Okay.
Oh, fleeing? I didn't say that.
That's right, Faye. Thank you for translating my quote.
No.
Fleeting.
Hey, that's what you do. You need to make sure don't you put that back up there no more. That's hers. You didn't go to jail.
She understands me because she's Dominican.
Are you? Hold on a minute. Are you, Faye? Are you saying you and Dr. Joe saying the same thing?
It's not a fleeting. It don't stay. It's not a fleeting feeling. You read it, right?
So they got one. I got one from life experience today. Okay.
Thank you, Adriana. That's right.
Waiting for your quote, Lawson. Lawson, you have a good one. And Andrew, he missing tonight. He must be working.
Can I ask y'all a question really fast?
Go ahead and we'll try to answer.
So thank you. So it says, life is the flower for which love is the honey. What does that mean?
Suck it up.
Okay.
No. Say it again.
Life is the flower and love is the honey. That's what I got to suck it up.
So
remember, bees extract.
You gotta suck up what?
In order to get honey for a flower, that's called cross pollination, which means that you need a bee, which means love is where you need to be.
It's love.
What is wrong with you, preacher? Please do something for this guy.
I'm not paying that guy no attention. Man,
love is where you need to be.
The question would be, since if life is the flower and honey is the love, then to be or not to be is the question. Again, got one for y'all. This is gonna be deep. If a Negro owe you money, then don't worry, don't cry, don't fret. He probably owe another Negro else some too. Yeah, it makes sense. But he really, it embellishes the love. It makes the love grow. Why you worry about it? You know that Negro owe more than just you.
I mean,
what does that have to do with love?
I'm so confused.
Oh, but you got. I found love on a two-way highway and lost it on where I found love on a two-way.
I don't agree with that.
And lost it on a long highway.
That was the love doctor.
That was a song you the Ghost Station Ladder song made.
The love doctor is still lost in the highway. I had no idea.
Love is blind and it will take over your love is blind and it will take over your mind. What you think is love, what you think is love is truly not.
Preacher, she stole that from a rapper.
It had to, because it don't make sense.
Stole that from a rapper named P.
Named P?
Eve.
Eve?
Eve.
Eve. How you?
So lost that. Yeah, please. Well, go back to cotton picking. Love be what's she saying? Love gone somewhere.
They to be gone.
Yeah, y'all got to be together. It has all to do with love. I'm not the only person that's gonna beat him up. LOL. I'm spreading the love to other creditors. See what I'm saying? It's just ingenious.
So he has to say the word love in his quote, because if that's the case,
you
could just say for a mother to her son. That's love.
If your heart is not anchored in love, you will drift away. Do me a favor. I'm just the computer and throw it in the trash right now.
That's a song right there.
Your heart.
Yeah, love starts with me. No, it starts with L. Go back, sweetie, and you'll find out. This right. She probably failed a lot of spelling tests when she told them that's how you start. The first letter in love is me. Okay, Tula, let's get that made up make believe. Man, I'm coming for my money, Lawson. America Gangster. That's what I'm talking about. That's love right there. Come on. You always gain what you do. You always gain by giving love. No, you don't. That's bad.
All right, come on, Tula. I played the music about 20 minutes ago, so that means about time to wrap it up.
And I've been waiting.
Okay, I've been waiting to tell myself, hold on, don't forget, we appreciate you for letting us come in and spending time with you. You are always great. And don't forget who loves you. If anybody asks you, do you mind? You tell them you always mind. Every Thursday night right here at 8:30 p.m. on Two Mics and My Mind. If nobody's told you they love you, hey, we love you. In our language, it's called a heart. Tula, Love Doctor, Resident Joe, Faith, not Faith P, Princess the Hater, and don't tell me your name, Alicia, and Winnie J. Take us home.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah. Come on here, Tula.
Okay, so I can do my since I didn't get a chance.
No, we're gonna hear your. No, we need to hear that one. Come on, don't play. You know we need to hear that. They're here that made up one. I know it's gonna be shot in the foot because you ain't got that.
All right.
Let's go.
Love on a two-way street. Feel free to make a right on Forgiveness Boulevard and Parallel Park on Understanding Avenue.
Yeah, I likes that.
All right.
You're gonna get rammed in the back.
All right, appreciate
it. Scratch up your rims on the curb. That's all you're discovering.
Wait, that was the made up one, Tuli?
Hey, Tula is talking, Dr.
That was good.
Thank you.
Excuse me?
What he say?
He's like, go ahead. I was telling her it was good, Love Doctor. With your highway love.
You're crazy. She want to fight you about that. It was really terrible. For the record, it was really terrible.
It was good. It was actually very creative.
No, I'm talking about Love Doctor.
You did a great job.
Oh yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Darling.
Yeah,
you borrowed her from me and Sarah. Oh, then she working. He said, y'all hit that like on the way out. Yeah. Send Miss Smith the Kamala Harris earring. That's right. Speaker inside. Yeah, you need that.
I made it up for real. All right.
What you got now? Yeah, we ready.
True love.
True love
cannot be found where it does not exist. Or can it be denied where it does?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. I really hate that one.
You can't deny the love you have for her, preacher. You can't deny it because it exists.
Yeah.
They deny her love. I'm not even denying. I'm just telling the truth. That was like she could throw that one in the trash and just stay with the other.
Preacher, you so hard.
That one she got from Wayne Olano. But we are
home, y'all.
I'm getting tomorrow night. I'm tomorrow night.
We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and the mind.